It is so funny to watch the MAGA Republicans melt down over Donald Trump not winning the Nobel Peace Prize.
Good morning, Donald. Thought I would check in again since you didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Ma'am, are you okay? First of all, that might actually mean something if the significance of the Nobel Peace Prize wasn't already diminished.
I think it's fairly safe to say they'll give this to anybody. I don't know the lady who got it. That should say something in itself. But they gave it to people like Obama. God, man. Are you kidding me? This is such a left-wing BS thing anymore. Honestly, we don't care. We know what he's doing. We know he's the best president that we've had in our generation, our lifetime. Probably since the beginning. I would put him right up there with George Washington, maybe Abraham Lincoln.
This nigga thought I'm gonna create 4 wars and then I'm gonna end them and then I'm gonna win the Nobel Peace Prize. That's a white frat boy shit. I never heard it. Like, this nigga really thought he was gonna win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, it's gonna be a rough morning for Donnie. Despite his best efforts, it appears that the Nobel Peace Prize did not go to him.
Machado's a terrible name. Never heard of her, actually. And she's a brunette? Call in the drones.
To say that this man has been campaigning for this would be a severe understatement. Like, these are just an example of his Truth Social posts within the last literally 8 hours. Trump shouldn't just win the Nobel Peace Prize, it should be renamed after him.
Oh, he didn't win his Nobel Peace Prize, so I know he finna be madder than a wet hen. Listen, why would you think you was ever gonna get a Nobel Peace Prize? We ain't had the day of peace since January, okay? A Nobel Peace Prize, I wouldn't even give you 2 pennies for you to rub together, okay? Let alone a Nobel Peace Prize. So listen, the only thing that they should be giving you is something to help you deflate those water balloons that you call ankles. Not only did you lose to a woman, you lost to a Venezuelan woman. Listen, honey, like that toupee on top of your head, you need to let this go, okay? You was not getting no Nobel Peace Prize today, tomorrow, the day after that, or forevermore.
So I'm pretty sure you heard the sad news. Trumpy Bear did not win the Nobel Peace Prize. What a mess. And what's even more of a mess is the fact that this fool really thought that he could possibly win. That's what's really sending me.
Apparently the lady that won the Nobel Peace Prize, the Latina lady that people have been hyping up in every single comment section, yeah, she dedicated it to Donald Trump.
I think it's only right and fair that we congratulate Mr. Trump on his Nobel Peace Prize. Winning the Nobel Peace Prize is no... I'm sorry? Oh, he didn't win. Oh, who got the Nobel Prize? A woman? A Latina woman? Oh, that's gonna make him really mad. Oh my God. From where? Oh no. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. He according to the information I just got, he did not win.
Maria Corina Machado won the Nobel Peace Prize. First of all, because she deserved it. Second of all, because she actually wanted peace. Her mission was to promote democratic rights in Venezuela. And she also was working tirelessly to transition from a dictatorship to a democracy, which is quite literally the total opposite of what that man in that Oval Office wants to accomplish in the United States. But for some reason, somehow, some way, he felt that he deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. Matter of fact, he said that if he did not get it, it was an insult to the United States of America. But the gag is, the United States is not insulted. You're the only one insulted, and you are butthurt because you did not win. DT, you don't even check off all the boxes of winning the Nobel Peace Prize. That man stood up there and said that you had to be brilliant. That's not you. Courageous. Like hell, that's you. And somebody with integrity. Nobody in their right mind with 34 felonies has integrity. To lift his spirits up after he lost, he let the people know that Maria called him personally and let him know that she was accepting the Nobel Peace Prize in honor of him because he was the one that deserved to win. My thoughts was, Maria, are you going to 2-day ship that medal and that cash prize and that certificate that you just got? Yeah, I ain't think so. But you know.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joy Report, where we get an outsider's view with an insider's clarity. It finally happened. DT, who has spent years hinting or outright declaring that he deserved the Nobel Peace Prize, once again found himself empty-handed. At the moment the announcement dropped, the internet erupted into pure comedy, especially among his most dedicated supporters, who reacted like their team had just been dropped at the Super Bowl. Before we proceed, all credit goes to the creators of these videos. Let's watch a few more clips and I'll be back with more commentary.
The winner of the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize was just announced, and spoiler alert, was this queen. It was Bukele, the dictator in Venezuela. It was his pro-democracy opposition leader, Maria Corina Machado, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. But yeah, she won. She won it. And I know Trump is seething. I know he is seething. Because his delusional ass really thought he was gonna win. He really thought his 7 wars that his 10 almost wars, can't forget the almost wars that he stopped. He really was out here campaigning. I mean, he thought his 10 almost wars that he stopped would be enough. Spoiler alert, 10 almost fake wars that you fake stopped doesn't really hold a candle to fighting dictators like yourself. And I know that the 2 big contenders for receiving the Nobel Peace Prize this year were Donald Trump and Greta Thunberg. So honestly, I think it's even funnier that it not only went to a woman over him, but it went to a woman of color over him.
I know we were all relieved when he didn't win. Let's celebrate a true leader in peace, Maria Corina Machado. She fought against dictatorship for years. She risked her safety, her life, her freedom to stand up for democracy and against a corrupt government. She's been banned for running for office, harassed, and even silenced. And this morning, the world recognized her courage, her fight for peace. But
across social media platforms, white conservatives expressed disbelief. Some were furious, others heartbroken, and plenty were dramatically announcing that the Nobel Peace Prize had officially lost all credibility. It was as if people genuinely believed their award was supposed to be handed out based on enthusiasm rather than actual diplomacy. They were demanding explanations, insisting the world acknowledge DT as a misunderstood peace icon. Meanwhile, most observers couldn't figure out when exactly he brought global harmony to any region on earth. In fact, some people are now speculating that DT's sudden interest in brokering peace talks between Gaza and Netanyahu wasn't just about international diplomacy. It was about building his Nobel resume. The timing was suspicious to many. After years of inflaming tensions in the region during his presidency, he recently attempted to present himself as the one man who could solve the conflict, just in time for Nobel season. To his supporters, this was heroic statesmanship. To everyone else, it looked more like a strategic audition, a political opportunity disguised as peacemaking, hoping the committee will take the bait. The reactions to his loss came in waves. Some users claimed the decision was political. Others declared the entire award rigged. A few went full conspiracy mode, suggesting there was a shadowy global plot to keep DT from receiving international recognition. It wasn't just disagreement, it was full theatrical outrage. The tone was less disappointed and more historic injustice. You would think he'd just been banned from the Hall of Fame rather than passed over for a prize he was never realistically in contention for. Then came the revisionist history. Suddenly, DT was being credited with everything from single-handedly preventing world wars to healing century-old conflicts. Supporters were tossing around vague statements like he brought more peace than anyone in modern history, while carefully avoiding specifics. It wasn't about facts, it was about vibes. What made it more funnier was the way some tried to compare DT to past Nobel winners. They were putting him in the same sentence as people such as Nelson Mandela, like it was completely reasonable, as if tweeting peace in all caps counted as diplomacy, as if holding photo ops with world leaders was the same as negotiating treaties, as if shouting that he deserved their word was enough to earn it. Meanwhile, the rest of the world watched with amusement. Black talk, progressive circles, and international commenters all joined in, roasting the spectacle. Memes flooded in within minutes. Some pointed out that DT has a long track record of declaring himself the winner of things he never actually won. He's been printing his own participation trophies for years, so naturally, he saw the Nobel Peace Prize as something he could manifest through sheer confidence. But unfortunately for him, the Nobel Committee doesn't operate on wishful thinking. There was no honorary medals for almost, no bonus points for declaring yourself a peacemaker, no consolation ribbon for enthusiasm, and when reality doesn't match expectation, DT's camp defaults to the usual script: denial, outrage, and deflection. Instead of accepting the outcome, the reaction became bigger than the event itself. Supporters didn't just brush it off, they turned it into a full-scale grievance. It wasn't just about one award, it became another symbol in their endless list of perceived injustices. A global ceremony suddenly transformed into yet another battlefield in the culture war. And that's what makes it so comical.
We obviously think he deserved it. In the last decade, nobody has brought more peace to the world than Donald Trump.
DT didn't just lose a prize, he lost a fantasy, one he genuinely believed was owed to him. And watching that bubble burst in real time was internet gold. So where does he go from here? Probably straight to declaring that he actually won, but the committee is covering it up. Maybe there'll be much printed claiming him as the people's Nobel winner. Maybe someone will start a petition. Or maybe, just maybe, the world will move on while his supporters continue writing history. But one thing is clear, when it comes to dramatic overreactions, nobody delivers it like the DT's base. And if there were a Nobel Prize for most entertaining meltdown, they would win it unanimously.
How I imagine the White House was this morning after the Nobel Peace Prize announcements. Mr. Trump, I am sorry to say you in fact did not win the Nobel Peace Prize.
What are you talking about? I'm the most qualified person. I'm so peaceful. I'm such a good person. I'm a I'm a good person.
No, Mr. Trump, I'm sorry. You actually lost to a woman. Thank you. I'll be here till January.
So what do you think? Should DT get an honorary sticker for effort? And should there be a new award category for peace vibes only? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I would love to keep this discussion going. Otherwise, that's it from me. I also have another video specifically tailored for you. And if you enjoy such kind of content, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking and sharing because it helps me grow my channel and helps YouTube recommend this video to a wider audience. But for now, thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, the Joy Report out.